Hi guys, welcome back to Our World Outdoors. So I thought today I would give you an insight on how our lives are going and what's going on. With everything that's going on in the world today and the virus going around, I have been lucky enough, fortunate enough, I should say, to be able to continue my work at home. So I have set up my desk in my bedroom at home, and my days are pretty normal. You know, I can do anything that I can do at work, I can pretty much do at home. So days, my workload and things like that hasn't changed. Everything's pretty much exactly the same. A little bit harder to get a hold of people sometimes than just, you know, getting up and walking to their office or seeing them in the cafeteria, which I do miss, you know, everyone that I work with. And I hope everyone out there, including you, are being safe and, you know, not sick and doing well. So I start my mornings at 6 a.m. I get up at 5 o'clock now instead of 4 o'clock. But I start my mornings, and then at 8:30 I take my first break. So on my first break, I come out and I do a walk. So I am lucky enough that we live on 25 acres, and we have lots of different little back roads and stuff that we can hike on and get some miles in. Me and Tony have been trying to get around 10,000 steps a day. This is our lot. This is where we cut firewood up at, as you can see. So I walk down there. That's the neighbor's property, so I walk to that, and then I keep going back out the road here. I have 3 short hikes during the day. I get up and I go for all of my breaks, and then I have 1 long one for lunch. So I'm going to show you a short one now, and then I'll bring you back at lunchtime. Okay, so that was just walking our lane out to the main road. That's what I do for first break. Time to get back and get back on that clock. Finally, let's get going. Break number 2. So normally I have company on these hikes and these walks around the property and everything. Tony normally comes along with me. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but we have been trying to lighten our load for our backpacking. And this year we decided we've pretty much went ultralight on everything that we can think of. So we decided to start lightening our load by lightening ourselves. So Tony is down approximately 50 pounds and I'm down a little over 20 pounds. So in essence, we could each carry an extra backpack now. But these hikes during the day is really helping out, and I'm really missing him for motivation today. But at lunchtime, you'll see I'll still have some company. Oh, All right, back to work I go. All right, guys, so it's lunchtime now, and I told you I was gonna have company, so I have brought Molly and Apollo with me, and we're gonna hike down the road here, down to the creek and back up. And if we're feeling energetic when we get to the bottom, we may even go to the creek for a minute and let them get a drink. Come along. This is one of my more favorite little spots to come down here. It's all the way down in the valley, and it's like the center of our property, maybe a little bit towards the back actually. But it's nice to just come down here and sit, listen to the water run. Just a wonderful spot. We are so blessed to have this little creek on our property. Even though in the summertime it usually dries up, this time of year it's beautiful. Alright, so for those of you who don't know it, this is our little cave that's on our property. It's really nice to come here whenever the water's flowing. It don't flow all the time, but hopefully you can see it is flowing up there today. I'll get you a little bit closer look. Alright, we had to get out of there at the waterfall. The dogs are not enjoying it. Too much mud for them, believe it or not. So we hopped on the nearest deer trail and came up to the top. And guess what? We seen like 6 or 8 deers, a nice herd. And would you believe they were like 100 yards off and my dogs didn't even notice them until they started running? Pretty awesome. Of course, too fast for me to get them on camera, but you know, at least I got to see them. That's awesome. Some of you guys may be wondering how come we don't take our dogs on hikes with us. One of the main reasons we don't take our dogs on hikes with us is like whenever you take a little kid for the first time. Our kids are a little kid every time they go on a hike. So they do decent on leashes, but they're hound dogs and stuff, and Molly's a really good rabid dog, so they just don't want to stay in place. They don't want to just hike the trail. They want to discover all and everything in the woods. So that's why we keep them here on our property. We do occasionally take them off the leash here on the property and let them just run, but we're trying to get them better at being on the leashes and walking with us, because they've kind of just been able to roam up till this point. But I think they are exhausted, and I think that I have quite enough steps for one day. This is how my work days are now. Generally though, Tony will go with me for most of my day. The dogs will go with us one hike out of the day. We try and get at least 10,000 steps a day, which has worked wonderfully for my weight loss. But this is how we're staying safe. We're staying right here on the property, not going anywhere. We don't even generally go to the store. I'm being all truthful with you there. We stay right here. We do babysit our granddaughter on occasion, and of course she wants to go for a hike, so we immediately go for a hike with her. But I hope all of you guys are staying safe. I appreciate you coming along. I hope you've enjoyed getting to see what my days are like now that I'm working from home, and in all this chaos, I can find benefits, and I hope you can too. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification button. We're pretty tired. I think we're going to hit this hill. Got quite a bit of elevation coming up. I think we got a total of like 400 feet of elevation here. We're going to get that done, get some lunch, and get back to work. Thanks for coming along.